What's up, Painless Flipping podcast listeners? Before we dive into today's episode, I've got something special for you. Recently, I had the pleasure of joining an amazing podcast, and I wanted to share that conversation with you all. It's a fantastic discussion you won't want to miss. So without further ado, let's jump into that crossover episode and hear what we had to say. Enjoy.
Welcome to the Nationwide Real Estate Mastery Podcast, where we provide actionable steps to help you get your first or next real estate deal. Now, during this episode, you're going to discover exactly how to wholesale successfully. Now, for those of you who are new, my name is Sean Young, today's host, and I love all things real estate. Now, before I introduce you to our incredible guest speaker today, I want to make a request that if at any point in the show you like what you're hearing, please give us a thumbs up or subscribe to the show so that you never miss an episode. And make sure to take a look in the description of this episode, as we've packed it with thousands of dollars in free resources. Now today, we have the privilege to learn from a man who prior to his career in real estate ran a music venue / cereal bar. But all that changed when he decided that he wanted to go all in real estate. I would describe our next guest as someone who's not afraid to put himself out there. I'd like to introduce you guys to the one, the only, Nathan Payne. Nathan.
I love it, man. A great intro. I love it, man. That's awesome. Thank you.
You deserve it, man. You deserve it, man. Glad to have you here.
Oh,
so Nathan,
pleasure.
Man, can you tell our listeners just a little bit about your background and where you come from?
Yeah, of course. So I'm originally grew up in Atlanta, Georgia. After high school, I went on a 2-year mission for my church where I talked to people about Jesus Christ for 2 years nonstop. Didn't date, didn't watch movies, didn't do anything. I just talked about the word. And then after 2 years, I went to college and graduated from college at BYU, Idaho. It was a sister school of Brigham Young University in Utah. Went there. Met my, at the time, business partner. We're no longer business partners, but we're homies. Met my business partner who was doing real estate. I was doing door-to-door sales. I made a lot of money. I was really good at sales. My last year of college, I opened up a cereal bar, music venue where people could come in, chill, and hang out. Graduated from college, sold the business, moved to Utah, decided to stop doing door-to-door because I was doing door-to-door the whole time. And I said, where can I make money with sales and not move all over the country every summer? Bam, wholesaling, real estate, got into it, been doing it ever since.
Nice. Man, that's awesome. Great background, man. Like you were doing a lot. You've been busy.
Oh, I'm always busy, man. And I guess that's the thing I've learned is you don't chill out. You don't want to be too busy or you won't get anything done. So I've learned that, and it's been a little bit better for me.
Great balance. Now, before we dive into the steps on how you successfully wholesale, Nate, you would contribute a lot of your success to your ability to have a daily routine and stay consistent. Why do you think this has played such a huge role in your success?
Oh my gosh, man, it's crazy because like my mind is just built to just want to do everything. I have ADHD. I do take Adderall right now. I take a little bit of medicine to calm me down, but still I want to do everything. I think everything's a good idea, and that might not even be attributed to ADD, but I think I can do more. I think I can multitask like crazy. And what you learn is you really can't be successful or productive if you multitask. So I plan out my day. I wake up every morning at 4:30. I write out what I'm going to do. I time block. I have my 90-day goals that every day, whatever I do is tied to achieving that. I mean, I'm a goal setting machine. That's what I do. And I think that's what's helped me get successful.
Nice, man. I love the energy, brother. I love the energy. And what makes the Nationwide Real Estate Mastery Podcast show unique is that each and every show comes with detailed, actionable steps to get you to your first or next deal. That way you can pull these steps out of the show, create a blueprint on exactly how to implement what's being covered today. Now, all you guys have to do is visit Nate's link that's going to be in the description and get the key takeaways that he's generously offered our audience today as well. So as many of you guys know, this is the show that's all about breaking it down. So Nate, tell us, how did you get your first deal?
Yeah, man. So me and my buddy, we didn't really know anything about real estate. I had no knowledge. We just started dialing FSBOs, for FSBOs, and that didn't really work. So we went on Facebook and we said, hey, who in the area can we network with that is into wholesaling, whatever, because that's what we were doing at the time, and we still do it, but that's what we put out. So some guy that was friends with my buddy was like, hey, I work for a broker, he's interested in wholesaling, come on by. We swung by. The broker's like, look, I had a dream. I'm supposed to get into wholesaling. You guys want to be a part of this? I'll give you an office to work. I'll give you a dialer. I'll give you a Mojo dialer. I'll give you a list. Any deal you get from wholesaling, you keep. Any deals that come from that you can't wholesale, let me list. Okay, cool. So we did it. Got on that Mojo dialer. We're dialing the expired listings for about 3 months straight. Got our first deal. A guy named Donald from Croatia behind in a pre-foreclosure, giving up on life because he's trying to go back to Croatia. He was about to lose his house, lost his job. And, we were new to this. So we're like, we go knock on his door in the middle of the day because he wouldn't answer his phone, and we like, Donald, what's up, man? We're trying to talk to you, man. And he'd get up off of the couch where he's sleeping and be like, what do you guys want? And we'd be like, yo, dude, we're trying to buy this house. So let's go. And, after maybe 4 or 5 visits of knocking on his door, we finally came to an agreement and, wholesaled the property for $5K, big old fiver.
Nice. So the first deal was for $5K, man. But what happened there is that you proved the concept. It became real at that point, right?
Oh, it was real, and it felt good. It was like, hey, we helped this guy out. He was about to just rot in his house, but we sold the house. He had some equity in it, and he's in Croatia having a great time. I think he even wanted to start like a fish farm or something crazy. So hopefully he's got some fishes he's working with. Having a good time in Croatia.
So after that first deal, what were some of your early struggles after that?
Oh man, there's always struggles. Hiring. We tried to hire too quick. We hired a bunch of our buddies from college, and we paid them $15 an hour to cold call part-time. That blew all our money. And we were back at zero. We sent out mailers, got a fat deal for mailers, spent all the money we made from that on marketing. It was just never really consistent for a long time. So we'd get a deal, spend it all, get a deal, spend it all. And in the meantime, we're just trying to learn the business, grow it. So yeah, man, I mean, I got problems for days. I mean, some of the early struggles it's crazy.
I am so sure that our audience appreciates that transparency because, a lot of folks are always talking about, the parade, the popcorn, the cotton candy, all the good, sweet stuff about wholesaling real estate. But not too many people talk about, the struggles or the challenges that they've went through or may continue to go through.
Yeah, man, they haven't heard me, man. I'll tell you everything bad about it because I think it's important to know what you're getting into. The thing with wholesaling is great. Real estate's great, but if you're not consistent, if you're not going to work hard, if you don't know how to make offers every day, if you don't know how to talk to people, good luck. I mean, good luck succeeding in anything if you're not consistent, right? So Indeed. I think people see the flash, they see the cars, they see all the guys, and I'm the opposite. I'm like, hey, you want this? Get ready to work.
Indeed. So Nate, break down your organization. What does that look like today? How are you guys moving?
Yeah, so my organization has changed a lot recently since the market shift. So me and my business partner actually split up, parted ways, and we were, we're amicably split, like everything's cool. But I talked to Tom Kroll, we both know Tom, and he's like, dude, you don't need a business partner. What are you doing? And I was like, well, I mean, I guess I don't need a business partner. So we split, and the market shift happened. We had, a large team. We had, a couple acquisition reps, couple leads managers, dispositions managers. We were doing some good amount of deals every month. But, once the market shift happened, it was a little bit more difficult. We were using virtual assistants as our acquisition reps. So when Tom Kroll told me, hey, forget that business partnership, you don't need it. I talked to my business partner, said, hey, look, dude, you can basically have the wholesaling company. Like I don't even care. I pivoted my business. So it's me and my 3 VAs that help with my coaching business, and they help me analyze deals and look for deals on the MLS. So I'm a very lean machine. Like, and anything I make, it's all me. Like, I don't have to pay any overhead for any reps, anything. I do deals, I call it the painless wholesaling method. It's just reverse wholesaling. I don't really market at all. I just look at deals on the MLS. I look at deals from other wholesalers, and I know my buyers in the area. I link them up. I do deals like that. So I'm a very
Nice.
lean operation. I'm not like a big company like I used to be. And to be honest, I don't even want a big company like that. I had it. It's cool. It's a lot of work. I'd rather just do a couple deals a month, keep all the money, and focus on my coaching business.
Nice, nice, man. I love that, man. Do you have a personal assistant? Is one of your VAs like an assistant for you as well, or do
Oh
you have
yeah.
anything like that?
Yeah,
Gotcha.
my VAs do everything, bro. They do everything from social media posting to analyzing deals to making workflows in my CRM for email funnels. I mean, I've taught them everything. They're the greatest VAs you could ever imagine because I used to hire VAs and pay them. I tried to find the cheapest ones I could do, like $3 to $5.
Hmm.
Then I went out and started hiring VAs that from the Philippines at 750, and you get some freaking talent, bro. Like some smart, great English, little accents. Like my VAs can do anything in the world. I mean, they're great. I love them. So that's my VAs can do everything.
Nice, nice, man. I love it. I definitely agree. VAs play a huge part in my business. I actually own and operate a VA business as well, brother. So I know the importance of having good VAs.
Yes,
So
dude, for
let me
sure.
let me ask you this, Nate. Are you in multiple markets? Or are you doing this locally now that you don't have the partnership?
We were nationwide when we were doing this whole thing, but now I'm on one market, master one area, tight with 10, 15 buyers in my market, bring them deals, one area, one. It's easy. It's easy just to be focused on one area. That's where we're at. But I do also have a website called sellyourdeal.io where people come in and they say, "Hey, I need help finding a buyer." I
Mhm.
do know how to find obviously buyers anywhere. I did nationwide for like 2 years, and yeah, so I can do it, but for me myself in the reverse wholesaling model, it's one market.
What I know that you said that you initially had VAs that were out of the Philippines that were doing acquisitions for you. How does acquisitions look now for you now that you've scaled things down?
Yeah, so they were actually Colombian. My VAs now are from the Philippines, but the acquisition reps were Colombian, and now I do everything. Like it's just me. Like if I see a deal, my VA will say, "Hey man, I saw this deal come across the MLS. Like, do you have a buyer for it? Or I mean, I think you should look at it." So then I'm like, "Yeah, okay. Let me text my guy Nate Worthen, right? Let me text him and see if he wants it." So the acquisitions part, which I'm extremely good at, is I don't really have to do too much of, because I'm just really sniping deals.
Nice, nice. So what do you do on it? I mean, I see you out there a lot, posting, live stuff and it seems like you're doing something almost every day, man. Can you tell our listeners about what you got going out there that you're sharing with folks?
Yeah, man. I mean, basically any question that anyone has, I go live and I answer that question, and I call sellers, I call agents, I show you how to do it. So that's pretty much what I do every day, all day. Is I'm building this, the business to help people grow. I have a community that's like super cheap that people can join. Like it's a monthly program, and my goal is just to help the community out, right? Because
Mm-hmm.
do I like doing real estate? Yeah, I like it. But what do I like more? I like working with people more. I like being able to help work with specific. They call them students. I call them in my program. It's called a club. So it's like club members. So that's
Mm-hmm.
what I'm doing every day, man. I'm just trying to give back, go live, show people how to do stuff.
Nice, nice, man. I love it, man. Now, guys, as a reminder, at any point in the show, if you like what you're hearing, if you like what Nate is laying out there, please give us a thumbs up or subscribe to the show so that you never miss an episode. It's your engagement that drives us to keep doing this for the community for free. So
Love it.
Nate, let me ask you something, brother. What are
Mhm.
what are your monthly expenses like for marketing and stuff looking like? I know you said you don't market that much, but how does your operation look from a monthly operating budget?
So if you're looking at the wholesale side, like the real estate side, it's
Mm-hmm.
batch leads, and I pay 299. That's the only thing I pay for right now. That has to do with um marketing on websites.
Guys, are you hearing that out there? 299. He didn't just
That
say he's spending $10,000 a month. He's spending
That's
two
right.
ninety
I
nine.
did. I did spend all that. I mean, we all have, right?
We've
You
all
have. I
been
mean,
there. We've
we've
all
all been
been
there.
there.
And for me, this is what was happening to me. And to be completely transparent, I was running. We were doing tons of deals, and I'd get a deal that was like 147,000, and I
Mhm.
wouldn't even be that stoked about it, bro, because I know the way I was running things. Obviously, I'm not the greatest, business owner, but I had to pay pretty much everyone in the company, pay the marketing, and then me and my business partner had to split everything 50-50. So at the end, like it was good, but I was like, man, there's got to be a better way. And I honestly think having a business partner makes it really hard if you split everything 50-50 in the beginning to make good money. I know I was there, you know?
Indeed, indeed. I hear that a lot, and you're right. One of our good buddies and mentors, Tom Crow, says that all the time. You know, don't partner. It just doesn't make a lot of
Yeah,
sense.
that's pretty much it.
And we've all been there, like you said. We have all been there. We've all made these mistakes, and that's what you do. You fail your way forward. You know,
That's right.
what keeps you doing this, man? Like, what's your big why?
Dude, my goal is to really my goal in the end of thing is to teach people and help people develop. I'm gonna get churchy on you. I'm gonna get religious on you. But my goal is to help people develop Christ-like attributes, right? So, and what that means is like honesty, integrity, love, service, humility, like the things that I believe are the most important to have in life, despite how much money you make or what job you do. So, what pushes me forward is like, look, I'm using real estate as a platform, showing people how to make money, but also say, look, you got to be a good person. You got to treat people right. You might have that old lady, that grandma who you can make a ton of money on because she doesn't know the value of her home, but it's better to tell her all her options. It's better to show her what she should do. And then if she does decide to work with you, which happens 90% of the time, you sleep good at night, right?
Right.
And there's a ton of people that I called an agent today and he's like, oh, you're a wholesaler? I'm like, yeah, I'm a wholesaler and I fix and flip. I do everything. What's going on? And he just like immediately just didn't want to talk to me. I'm like, hey man, I kind of feel like you have a problem with me. And I'm sorry if I did anything to offend you. And he's like, no, it's not you. I just get my time wasted a lot. And, I was able to understand like, hey man, this is the first time we've ever talked, Mr. Agent, but that's not how I roll. And, I was able to kind of get him back him up off of his, I guess him being upset or annoyed. But I think that's what's important. No matter what you do in life, the goal, what keeps me going forward, is teaching people. No matter what you do it the right way.
Nice, man. That is huge, very, very big. And I love your moral compass. I love where things are coming from. That definitely plays a huge role, and it shows why you're successful. What if the market is what if the market turns? What are you guys gonna do? Like the market is turning, it has shifted. Are you guys concerned about this shift that we're having right now economically and with the real estate market itself?
Yeah. So what I teach people is the reverse wholesaling route, because if you just go, in my opinion, if you just go and spend tons and tons of money in a market that you're not familiar with, like it's going to be hard to do the acquisitions because you're like, well, who's still buying? And is this a deal for them still, with a lot of the buyers sitting on the sideline? So I know what my buyers are buying because I talk to them and I find it for them. So that's how I've shifted. That's what I recommend people to do.
For folks that don't know, what does reverse wholesaling mean? What does that mean?
The traditional way of wholesaling that a lot of people teach is they just go and market and find a deal. And once they find a deal, then they worry about getting a buyer. I say that is what has worked over the last 2 years. And that's fine. I did that too. I didn't care about the buyers, but right now you have to care about the buyers because they're the ones that are paying you. And it's more of a buyer's market right now, right? It's not a seller's market. So you
100%.
need to be able to know what they want. And did I say that correct? It's a buyer's market.
Yeah, 100%, 100%.
Yeah. So you gotta. That's what reverse wholesaling is. Have the buyers in mind. Know what their buy box is. Go find it, and then your marketing is more targeted. You're spending less money.
Guys, what Nate is saying is like this. It's like someone walking into a sandwich shop and you just handing them a peanut butter and jelly sandwich versus you asking them, hey, what do you want? And I'll make it for you. I'll hand it over to you. Now, if they don't want to pay for the sandwich, now we've got a problem. Hey, I made you exactly what you wanted. Well, what's the deal? So it's much easier to sell a sandwich that someone asks for. In this market, it's a buyer's market versus just handing them a sandwich and hoping that they pay for it simply because they're starving for food. We're not in that day and age right now.
Exactly. And I think that's the shift. And I think how you pivot and you excel in this market is you do the reverse wholesaling route, the painless wholesaling method. I call it. You get good at sales, you get good at acquisitions, like talking to people, walking them through their options, and you get really good at creative financing, because that's what's going to this is where if you're good at creative financing, you can start picking up properties. So those are the 3 things I've done to pivot, and I recommend everyone do that as well.
Nice. What's one of the biggest lessons you've learned along your journey?
To surround yourself with the right people. In the very beginning, I looked at you as everyone is competition, because I thought everyone was trying to get my deals, so I didn't really network with people. Now I'm a networking machine, because I know the only way to grow is to surround yourself with other like-minded people.
Absolutely, man. That is 100% spot on. Man, what do you think your life would be like if you never found real estate and you were still, working at the cereal bar, in the music industry / cereal bar?
Probably be good. I would say that my life, because of real estate, has pushed me to new heights where I'm more efficient, more effective, a better person, because I'm trying to be the best I can be. But if I was at the cereal bar, so I'd probably be just kicking it with a bowl of cereal in my hand, listening to some music, not trying to level up as much or be as productive, right? So yeah, I would say I wouldn't be as a productive person as I am today.
Okay. For someone that's just getting started out here, Nate, if they are they've got $100 to work with, they've got a 9 to 5, they're wanting to get started, they want to make a life-changing shift. What advice would you have for them to get started with wholesaling? What should they do?
So they got $100.
They've got about $100 to spend per month, is what they're saying. They've got $100.
I'd say you got to give that to Sean, and he'll tell you what to do. That's what I would do. Yeah, no, I would say don't spend any money. Go find some buyers, and then find out their criteria, and then look for it on the MLS for free. And you just make the offers that they want you to make on properties, and then you're saving them time, so they feel the value.
Great piece of advice. So basically, guys, Nathan has just eliminated any excuse that you guys could put up there to say, hey, I don't have the money, I don't have the know-how. He's laid out a bunch of methods on how you can get started in our industry, how you can develop relationships, and how you can overcome the barriers that are keeping people away from, having life-changing money opportunities.
That's right.
Man, so we've made it to what I like to call the rapid fire session of the show. And this is where I'm going to ask you a question, and you tell me the first thing that comes to mind.
Let's do it. I'm ready.
Let's roll. All right, man. On a scale of 1 to 10, how strict were your parents?
6.
Get up early or stay up late?
Early.
How many hours of sleep do you get?
6.
Favorite or last book read?
The Slight Edge.
Okay. If you could be any superhero, who would it be?
Oh man, Spider-Man just came to my head, but I probably wouldn't be Spider-Man, but I'll say Spider-Man.
Okay. Something that everyone should do less of.
Complain.
Something that everyone should do more of.
Serve more. Give back more.
NFTs, bang or bust?
I have no idea. Bang. I don't know what anything about that.
You stay in your lane, huh?
Yeah.
If you had one wish, what would it be, Nathan?
That's a great question, man. To give everyone a hug. No idea.
To be able to spread love out there, man.
Spread love. Yeah. Give everyone a hug. Yeah, if you need a hug, you need some love, I'll give it to you.
There you go. Nate's your man. Nate's your man. So Nathan,
right.
What final thoughts would you want to share with our audience out there before we wrap things up?
You know what? I think that a lot of people struggle with staying focused and trying to do one thing, and that's me, right? But if you want to be successful in anything, pick what it is and then go for it. There's no excuses like why you can't be successful. If there's one thing you want, go for it. So that'd be my one thing is like, don't get distracted with 1,000 things. Pick one you want and go for it.
Nice. Great piece of advice. How can our audience out there get a hold of you, man? You've dropped a lot of great information. I'm sure folks are going to want to be able to reach out there. How can they do that?
Yeah. I mean, you can hit me up on YouTube, Nathan Payne. You just have to search Nathan Payne. I'll be there. It's actually Nathan Payne Investor Thrive TV, but you just type Nathan Payne. My Facebook group is Painless Wholesaling Group. And I talk to people. I go live every day in the Facebook group and train people for free. And if you want to hit me up on Instagram, hit me up, Nathan Payne Official. So those are kind of the 3 platforms I tell people to hit me up on is Facebook group, YouTube, and Instagram.
Perfect. And I'll be sure to leave a link for those in the description as well. So we'll make that very easy for you guys.
Cool. Thanks.
Brother, man, I want to thank you for coming out on today's show and sharing so much valuable information. It's been a pleasure, man. It's been a pleasure.
Yeah, it's been fun. I mean, I know me and you haven't really, ever talked too much, but I feel like I know you, and I feel like we both have the same goals to help each other out, help other people out. So it's fun.
100%, brother. I'm looking forward to coming out and supporting your show as well soon. So absolutely.
That's tomorrow, right?
It's tomorrow. It's tomorrow.
Okay, you get ready, bro. I got some rapid fire for you.
Let's do it. Let's do it. And, to our listeners out there, you guys have made it to the end of the show. So I want you to give yourselves a pat on the back because most people never finish what they start, and you just did. Now, if you got any value out of today's show, please share it with a friend or on your Facebook page. Like the video, subscribe to our channel, and send us topics that you want to learn more about. So until the next episode, you can catch me on any one of my social media platforms. I'll see you guys on the other side. Thank you so much for being with us today, Nate.